In the story of the alchemist, the main character Santiago, the shepherd, is contemplating his relationship with his sheep, and he is thinking about the fact that all the sheep care about is food and water. And so in exchange for food and water that he would provide, they give generously of their time, their wool, and sometimes even their meat. But in that exchange, they also in the process lose all ability to trust their own instincts. Most of us, like these sheep, because all we care about is that paycheck at the end of the month, we are willing to give, like the sheep, generously of our time. Think about how much time you spend not only working at a job, a 9 to 5, but also commuting to and from that job, and also maybe doing overtime work at home, preparing for what you have to do at your job. In the story, it also said that they give generously of their wool. So think of wool as resources. Our resources that we give are our skills, our know-how, our talent, our intelligence. We are not only giving our time, but we're giving all of our gifts. And the last thing that the sheep are giving generously in exchange for food and water is their meat. Think about the meat as the ultimate sacrifice. Basically, you have to sacrifice your entire life as a sheep in order to provide meat for the table of the shepherd. When we establish these relationships with these shepherds or our employers, we end up practically giving our entire lives away. We work not only a 9 to 5 on a daily basis, but think about how many years people are working in this type of relationship, and what do we have to show for it at the end of our years of service. You have to ask yourself, is it much better than a sheep fares in terms of its relationship to its shepherd, where it finds itself on the table of the shepherd's family? Much more than all of these things, however, that we are giving so generously of to our shepherds that are only providing us with our paychecks, is the fact that we, in the process, lose all of the ability to trust our own instincts. So in the story, Santiago is reflecting on the fact that the sheep have forgotten how to care for themselves. And so in the process of our relationships to our shepherds or our bosses or employers in exchange for that paycheck, what are you losing as a result of that? Are you also losing the ability to trust your own instincts in order to know how you can utilize your own resources and time in order to provide for yourself and your family? And so think about that and contemplate it when it comes down to the idea of the type of reliance you want to have upon an employer, and ask yourself, is the exchange between yourself and the employer really worth it? Click here for another video, click here for a playlist, and subscribe for more content.